how to make $1 million from a stock market? The short answer is consistency. Let's dive in and see what actually it means, how we can do it, and what are the steps to perform to get to that number. Hello everyone, Alex is here. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe and positive. Always stay safe and positive. It's very important. Also, keep contributing to your investment portfolio so you're gaining all this compounding returns over time. Well, $1 million is a huge amount of money, and while you're probably thinking how to spend it, buy a new car, new house, go on a trip, exploring the world, we investors actually ponder on the question how to make it happen, what do we actually need to do, and how to get it faster, or how long it's actually going to take, or how much money we actually need to contribute to get to this $1 million mark. But before we start, don't forget to smash that like button really hard for YouTube algorithm, and let's make this video viral so everyone else can become a millionaire. When I start to research this video and making the calculations and doing the basic math, I promise it's gonna be not very complex mathematics here. It's pretty easy and everyone can understand it. And I was completely amazed how easy it is to get to this $1 million mark, and the only thing you actually need is consistency. The value of your initial investment in the stock market can actually grow exponentially over time, and all that thanks to compounding returns. For our example, to estimate how long it's actually going to take to get to this $1 million mark, we're going to be using 11% of annualized returns year over year. That's approximately the same return we're getting from the simple S&P 500 index. That's been like that for the last 100 years. So yeah, it is very possible to get a bigger return on your investments than what actually your bank gives you with your savings account. So let's assume you're very young, you're a 20-year-old. Yeah, those times passed for me. And you're starting your investment journey. You're contributing $200 to your investment portfolio, which only has a single ETF, for example, VFV, which tracks S&P 500 index, or VOO on the US stock market, which also tracks S&P 500 index. And say you keep contributing this money to your portfolio every single month for the next 40 years. Yeah, that's a long time, but let's imagine you're a very consistent person, you like investments, and you want to retire with some money on your account. And after 40 years of consistent contributions month over month with the $200, you end up with the total contributions. This is total contributions. It's going to be at $96,000. That's quite a sum, right? But your actual investment portfolio is going to be at $1.4 million. So the rest, $1.3 million, comes from compounding interest that came to your account without any work. You just invested into S&P 500 index that gives you an annualized average return of 11%. And that's basically it. You don't have to do anything else. You're done, your retirement is safe, you can live off your investments, you can be happy and do whatever you want. So that's a very simple example where you start with your 20s, you keep contributing $200 a month every single month for the next 40 years. The money you're gonna end up with is $1.4 million. That's pretty cool. Now, what if you decided actually to hustle and invest more than $200 a month? Say you started to live off water and bread and invest the rest. So you're saving a ton of money and contributing every single month $500. That's quite a chunk, contributing every single month, I know, but what's gonna be the end result? And again, you start when you're 20, you contributing $500 every single month for the next 40 years, and you end up with $3.6 million. That is crazy. And your total principal contribution is going to account for $240,000. The rest, $3.2 million, came from this compounding return. This is what actually investment means. This is how you become a millionaire. This is how you actually save for your retirement. This is how you make sure your future is secure and you don't need to worry about it. And these two examples actually represent a best case scenario when you start when you're young, when you're 20. But what if you missed that opportunity when you were younger? Because no one taught us investments, no one taught us how to save our money, right? And right now we can grasp all this knowledge from YouTube channels. Don't forget to smash the like, subscribe to my channel. Let's continue. And if you start investing when you're in your 30s, you would be required to contribute around $570 per month for the next 30 years to actually get to the same $1.4 million end result. 10 years actually makes a big difference. So the sooner you start, the better. And things get even crazier. So if you start investing when you turn 40, so you have around 20 years left until you can start enjoying your retirement, you would be required to contribute around $1,800 per month for the next 20 years to get to the same number, $1.4 million. See, the 10 or 20-year difference actually makes a huge difference on your principal contributions and what the end result is going to look like, right? And when you're in 20s, you can contribute only $200 a month and get $1.4 million at the end. Or if you start when you're in your 40s, you would be required to contribute $1,800 a month. That's 9 times more than when you start in your 20s to get to the same number. So see, investments is actually pretty easy. The only thing is important here is consistency and start investing as soon as possible. And it doesn't matter what the initial investment is going to look like. Only thing that matters here is consistency. And when you start seeing this returns on your own, you would start investing more. I 100% guarantee you, when you start seeing the returns on your investments, you would be encouraged to invest even more and more going forward. Because investments is the same thing as credit cards, where someone else gives you money with a 20% interest rate on this credit card, and you pay the return to that person if you still own that money. And investment is just the other way around. You give someone else your money and you get back compounding return. And if your goal is to become a millionaire or becoming a financially free individual, then investing in the stock market is actually the right place to go. Only thing, as I talked about throughout the whole video, is consistency and starting investing as soon as possible. So that's what you gotta do. That's what I'm doing today. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you around. Thank you for being here. All the best out there. Cheers, bye.